Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the AMX 13 F3AM. It's the Tier 6 French SPG. This one's located in the northeast corner of Live Oaks under the command of a fingernail clipping. Based on the AMX 13-ton tank, you can actually see the driver's viewports there, and the commander is actually directly behind him. They're the only two actually in the vehicle at any one time. The rest of the crew have to travel in a vehicle, normally a truck, and that contains all the shells as well, because there's precious little space on the vehicle for anyone else. He's just switched to the non-stun HE there, and he's waiting for enemy tanks making their way into the town. Found one. This is Type 64. Lines it up and fires there. Oh, he got him! Oh my god, he got him with his first shot. He's got a kill. First kill of the game. Now these shells are capable of 770 alpha, 49mm of pen, and a blast radius of 4 meters. He got that one right on target, and the enemy guy expired, the enemy player. We can also see that the standard shells, 630 alpha, 39mm of pen. He's got another hit. And yes, 39mm of pen, 7.6 meters on the blast radius, and between 11 and 22 seconds of stun. It's also quite a fast rifle as well, because it'll do 60 kilometers an hour, and it does actually have no gun depression at all, but the gun's so low that you can basically hit vehicles anyway. If you can actually get or back up against objects, you can use artificial gun depression. Well, he's decided to move over to this side of the battlefield, mainly because the enemy is getting rather too close, and he doesn't have enough teammates near the cap area to protect him. It's a very wise move. In fact, actually, I saw Angelina75 do this recently, and she won the battle because she actually moved with her team and stayed close to them, and they of course protected her, and she was still alive at the end of the game, even though the enemy managed to make it all the way to the cap area. Now the standard reload is 30.58 seconds. That's 30.58. Still working on getting those mods working. I'm wondering what the hell is happening, because I've reinstalled the game a couple of times to try and get the mods to work, but they're just not working. I might have to have words with Mr. Aslains himself, because he does receive a lot of donations from me. I always like to donate on behalf of the Arty players, because of course he does a lot of work for us. Okay, rounds out. Hits the rubble, I'm afraid. Now we do have teammates going back to try and help, so if he moves into the city, he should still be able to fire at the enemy, because we'll be able to see them. And they are capping. Wow. Okay, our Hellcat's about to get overrun, and wow! The enemy T-3485 died in the ram, and the Hellcat stayed alive. That's surprising. But the enemy does have an AMX 12-ton, and he's so close, he might actually be able to spot us. So, yes, we were backing up as much as we could there to get into cover so the AMX couldn't see us. Okay, we're going for a Baguette Panther instead. Lining up the shot, rounds out, just missed. Now he's switching to stun HE. This Hellcat should be a lot closer to the cap than we are. We can afford to be in the town and still hit the enemy. He can't. He has to get closer. But our guys seem to be firing from the outskirts of the town. They're not actually firing any closer, and that's bad news for us. Unfortunately, we just lost on M6. Lining up, And there, rounds out. Overshot. RNG said no. And now that AMX 12 tons getting very close, but he does die. Now going in here is a bit of a problem because those buildings would actually make it more difficult for us to shoot back at the cap area. We also know there's a Cromwell B and a Baguette out there. There's the Baguette. He's far enough away from us that we're safe. We also know the enemy Arty is in the woods over in the southeast corner of the map. Okay, we're dialing in. Rounds out. Just over the top of him. Our RNG is continuing to be bad. I should say this is part of a two-part video, and yes, the Cromwell B is very close. In fact, we might actually get spotted. But he's so close that we might actually be able to get a kill shot. Okay, he's coming out. Did he see us? Not yet. But he will if he goes around that corner. Oh, not anymore! We did get spotted though, unfortunately, and the enemy does have somebody in the cap. We're one down on the enemy. They've got 5, we've got 4. They're capping at the other end as well, so ideally we need to get resets now from here. The enemy's going to be trying to reset from the corner. In fact, yeah, both those tanks are in there. Now, we can't see where the enemy is. The Baguette Panther on our team hasn't moved close enough to actually spot where they are, and we did get reset. Now, come on, Mr. Baguette, you've got to find out where the enemy is. Then we can shoot them. Come on. He is indicating. If they don't get a move on, if that guy doesn't get close enough, we won't be able to spot him before he caps out. There he is, over on the side. IKB, we can definitely hit him. Rounds out. That's resetting. That's a good reset. Okay, the IKB took a big hit there. And he's out the game. Unfortunately, our Baguette got killed, and now we've got a Churchill gun carrier. Is that no? It's a it's a Churchill gun carrier, all right. Rounds out. That's a direct hit. I think we need to get this Jagdpanzer, but unfortunately, we just lost our teammates, and that means now we're all alone against 4 enemies. And I think they know where the shells were coming from. Yes, unfortunately that Jagdpanzer was getting reset after reset, but we had to get the reset on our cap before we could devote our attention to the Jagdpanzer, or Black Panzer as Jingles calls it. I should actually give a mention because whilst we're waiting for the enemy to catch up with the fingernail clipping, and yes, there's the enemy Hummel. He drove all the way here. Can we get a kill? Might be able to. He's the only one in the cap, and rounds out. And he did get a reset. I'd be inclined to drive in and get the kill. Yes, as I was saying, we should give a mention at the moment to Steve Walst of Honest Gaming, because I sent him one of our Arty caps, make Arty great again, and he's been wearing it a lot. Oh, yeah, there's the Jagdpanzer. We blocked that shot. Oh, shotgun! Fantastic! Unfortunately, the M44 was in the cap area, and he spotted that and fired in our general direction. We've got rid of the stun, but I think they know where we are. Amazing that he stayed alive. but they're going to cap out. I don't think we've got any chance, but we'll give it a go. Rounds out and no chance. Nice try though, a good shotgun on that Jagdpanzer. Well, despite that being a defeat, that was a second-class tanker for a fingernail clipping in the AMX 13 F3AM. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9, and he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in that game overall. And his win rate was 7,044, which is Super Unicum standard, and he was still alive at the end of the game. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 2,299 hit points. The second highest damage was the Cromwell B, and he got the kill on that guy. 2,247 hit points went to him. Third highest was the ARL 44. One of the guys capping at the other end, he managed 1,862 hit points. When it came to kills, he got the highest number, but he shared it this time with the Cromwell B and the Jagdpanzer IV. They both had 3 kills, or all of 3 of them had 3 kills. 2 kills went to the OI, to the Baguette on our team, who also picked up a defender, and also to the, to the Baguette. The Hellcat got 2 kills, and on the enemy team, their Churchill gun carrier, who was probably still on the way, trying to get chugging along at very slow speed, trying to get to us and to get to the cap before they capped out. And also the AMX 12 ton got 2 kills. And when it came to base XP, it's the Cromwell B that did the best with 1,167. 891 went to the Jagdpanzer, and the Baguette managed 714, with fingernail clipping getting 501, which is very creditable and the highest base XP on our team. He fired 14 rounds, which is a very large number of rounds. 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, which I suspect was the Jagdpanzer. We'll check that in a sec. 12 splash damage as well, 2,299, of which 2,002 were at more than 300 meters. So 297 hit points of damage was done at very close range. 1 hit received. It was a non-penetrating shot. That was the shot from the Jagdpanzer, and it actually hit the gun. And 2 hits by way of splash damage as well. 1 hit by way of splash damage. Let's have a quick check to see which one did he penetrate. I think it would have been the Jagdpanzer at close range, but no, it's not. Was it the Cromwell? No. How about the Type 64? First kill of the game. 650 hit points with 1 shot. It was a non-stun HE. It went right through the guy and blew him out of the game. So that extra hit points that he did, it probably helped actually. It tipped him over the edge because, of course, it's 770 alpha with the non-stun HE. It's only 630. So it would have been less. He would have needed a high roll to take out the Type 64 with the stun HE. But with the non-stun HE, he could definitely pen it because, of course, it's so much bigger on the bang. So exceptionally well on that one. Going back to the details, we can see that he did receive 1 hit. Yes, I've done that bit. He damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 122 hit points of damage assistance and 7 stuns, but no stun assist whatsoever. That might have helped bump his score up as well. He also got 8 defense points, but didn't get a big reset, unfortunately. On the credit side, he actually made a profit of 84,050 credits profit on a free-to-play account and 817 experience points out of it. He got the courageous resistance on both sides for getting a medal in a losing or drawn game, and he actually also got a 70,000 bonus for completing a mission in the game as well. So that's the end of the first game, but it's not the last game, because I said this, or I may have mentioned, this is a 2-game replay or 2-game video featuring a fingernail clipping. So let's have a look at the second game and see how he gets on in that one. The second replay is on the Eastbourne of Berlin. Game on! They built 621 of these. They got the first one designed 1958 T-29 started manufacturing in 1962, and then they stopped production in 1997. So it's still fairly recent, and some of them are actually monuments around France, but there are quite a few that are still in operation with various nations around the world. It's got two-part ammunition, so it's a separate shell to the actual charge, which is in common with many modern day artillery. It also has a rather large crew to actually service the gun. If you've ever seen any pictures of the AMX 13F3, you can see quite a large number of gunners who are actually feeding the shells into the vehicle. Okay, this looks like a I think it's a tier 8K. Nice direct hit on the T-29. Actually, I'm looking at it now. It's not a tier 8 game, it's a tier 7 game, but we're middle tier, because they do have some tier 5s in this one. Okay, we've got a Super Hellcat firing from across the water. If he pulls forward to take another shot, he's going to be very dead. Oh, not quite so, but it's a large number, a good hit, and he's got the communications expert skill from that shot alone. Okay, he's angling to the south. T-67, getting it fully dialed in. Does take a little while to dial in this, Arty. It's got two together. Rounds out. Oh, direct hit on the BK, but he did get damage from both of them, actually. Okay, he's lining them up because they both got stunned. You can see where the shell hit the turret. Didn't pen, but you can see there's a big nasty yellow mark there. Rounds out. Well, the T-67 is virtually out of hit points now. That extra 2.5% from the communications expert really makes a big difference to the crew skills, because again, it's like having a bit of extra premium added in, a bit of extra food to feed your crews. So after all, you get 5% extra from the premium consumables. Well, you're getting another 2.5% on top of that, so it's very much worthwhile. They can't hit those guys for the moment. Wrong angle. He needs to get a bit further north to do those. But he's going for the KV-3. Rounds out. Land short. At the moment, from this position, you can hit the enemy tanks down in the south. So he can hit both. Oh, that guy's a one-shot now. Okay, put the shell near him and he's gone. Oh! Unfortunately, it hits the building instead. That's really bad on the RNG, I'm afraid, but that does happen. It happened to me just this evening on one of the games I played. I love to hit the side of a T-29. He turns this turret and you can see where the shell hit the last time. It actually hit the driver's area. We're reloading into AP. Rounds out. Well, that hit, but it unfortunately did absolutely no damage, which is one of the reasons why some people get very frustrated, because an artillery round with an AP round should actually definitely go through the side of a vehicle, because it's such a big force moving so quickly, and it's a very big shell. There's no doubt in my mind that that should have gone right through him, but he's changed position, trying to go after the KV-1 now. The thing is, there is a strip to the south, so if he does go too much further south, he might actually be spotted. He's also facing the problem of that T-29. it might actually be easier to go north now and go where that Panzerwehr F2 is, and you can sneak into the dip by going behind the bridge, and the Striv M42 has actually suddenly come around the corner on the right stack. Okay, go for it. Yes! Solid kill. And the T67 went down as well. Now he needs to go the other side of the bridge supports to get into cover. I remember one time I did speak to Wargaming and say, can we shoot those aircraft down? I'd really like to shoot the aircraft down someday. He said no, it's not possible. That was Ikeboo, by the way. No, Ikeboo was correct. You can't shoot the aircraft down, but it was a nice thought all the same. Oh, another potential for another kill. This could be a second. Oh, he got him! Okay, so he's now loading a stun shell. Okay, the VK's moving forward. He's gone. The Lorraine 15550 shotgunned him. But there's only 3 left on our team. It's the Lorraine, the Panzerwehr S2, and, well, the enemy's all closing in on us from all directions. The best thing we can do is use the bushes as much as we can and try and lob the shell up over the top of them. The trouble is, at the moment, those bushes are just a little too close. That ridgeline's a bit close, but he can shoot a bit further, so that's what he's trying to do now. Now, at the moment, the enemy Super Hellcat should be up ahead, just behind that rubble. There he is. Oh, he got a good hit. Nice. Supported the Panzerwehr, but now the T29 and the Tiger 131 have turned up, and the T29 is now one shot. Now, does he know that we've got him, that he's behind us? Fortunately, those tankers are actually in the way. He's got a green line. Oh no! That's reminded the T29 that where we are, behind him. Oh. And the T29 does go down, but they've still got a Tiger 131 and a KV1 and 2 Artys. So we're looking for the target. And he's just been spotted. It's the Tiger 131, and he's still powerful, even though it's the Japanese version. And he puts an 88mm round into the Panzerwehr. Can we get a shot? We've loaded we've loaded the wrong round. It's reloading. The Tiger 131 goes down. The Panzerwehr managed to get the kill, but we've lost the Lorraine. So now it's 2 versus 3. They've got a KV1 and 2 Arty. And the Arty are a GW Panther and an SU8. He has done incredibly well so far to get the ones he did. But the Panzerwehr S2 is now acting as our eyes and ears, you might say. Well, we've got the ears from following the rescue, and we can hear any damage that the enemy tank might be doing if we get close to looking at them. There's the KV1. We can get a shot. Oh, it hits the building. So close. I think he could see that we might be about to take out the KV1, and then it'll be just an Arty hunt. He's decided to go Rambo, go active, and hunt with the Panzerwehr. 2 of them going together might actually work. If they do come across the KV1, he has got a stun shell loaded. He might be better off with the non-stun HE, Okay, notice he's using his right-hand mouse button to have a quick look round. Trying to work out where the KV-1 might be. There he is. Have we got a shot? No. Oh dear, the KV-1 just killed the Panzer F2. He's only 4 hit points, so you could ram kill him. But unfortunately, the SU-8's just found us. 6 cents about to go off. Big hit! Su-59. I don't think we got spotted. And the SU-8's coming on. He's handling this thing like a sports car. Almost, spinning it round the corner. I don't think the KV-1 knows where we are now. I'd be very tempted to go after the GW Panther as well. This thing does have a fairly good traverse. If you are getting into this sort of one-on-one, it sometimes does work, and he's found the SU-8 again. Oh, he got him! Lovely, that's 3 kills now. One versus 2 now. He spotted the GW. He was actually to the south of us. He's chasing after us. I have a horrible feeling we're about to see the... Oh, intuition's changing to the non-stun. Now, he could get this GW if he parks up in the right spot and lobs the shell at him. This could be very, very good fun. GW doesn't know where we are now. Well, it looks like the KV-1 is in the cap, because the GW would have taken a little while longer to get there. GW didn't chase after us. Oh, here he is! Get close. Yes! And he did get some ram on him as well, but we were stunned. And the cap is still continuing. We can continue to ram him. Unfortunately, we can't. It doesn't accelerate very quickly, but we've got a faster reload than he has. We should be able to get another shot off from him. Oh, well, he did fire ahead of us. Now back away and shoot it. Oh! Unfortunately, we took too much damage with the first splash, and the second splash killed us off. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for a fingernail clipping in the AMX 13F3 AM. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He also got a counter battery fire medal for taking out the SU-8 and the GW Panther, as well as a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 12 in this one, and his win rate was 6,157. But sadly, he was just too close to that GW when he fired the second shot. And the blast radius, well, that was enough to take him out. It's only 7.6 meters, and I think he was close enough for that to affect him. But 6,157 on the win rate is very, very good. It's Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, a fingernail clipping did get the highest damage in the game, 2,258 hit points. But I suspect that that was actually, that shell that he fired counted as self-damage. So I think that's why he was disqualified from getting the high caliber in this game. I'll check and see if that was actually within 20% of the enemy hit pool. He also managed to get the second highest damage was the Viz 44-1 with 1,987, and the third highest damage was the KB3 on the enemy team, 1,794. Now he got the cool-headed. The GW Panther on the enemy team got a Confederate, and their BK3001H got a Loboslayo's medal in that game. Nobody on the Fingernail Clippings team actually managed to get a medal. When it came to kills, you can see he got the highest number of those, but he shared it with Lorraine. Both were good players. Both got 4 kills apiece. In fact, they're the high scorers on their team. On the enemy team, the KV1 and the BK3001H both got 3 kills. 2 kills went to the KB3, the T29, and also the T67. And their GW, as I said, got a Confederate. When it came to base XP, it's just the T29 who managed 803 in that game. And of course, there we've got the KB1 with 795 still capping, and 748 went to the VK3001H. And after that, of course, it was the KB3 on the enemy team, and then it's Fingernail Clipping. So he did very well to get a high base XP out of that game. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to win the game, although it was a nice try, a very good try indeed. He fired 18 rounds in that game, got 10 direct hits and no penetrations but 20 splash. Damage of 2,258, of which 1,293 were at more than 300 meters. He did receive 1 hit by way of splash damage. That was from the GW Panther, and 2 hits by way of 2 vehicles spotted in the game. 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, 243 hit points of damage assistance, and 287 of stun assist of 12 stuns. Now, he actually did receive a profit on a premium count of 23,174 credits, and he also got 1,092 base experience. So, well, yes, no, it's not base because that's base. 1,092 experience XP from that game. He said he forgot he had the stun loaded. I can't remember which shell he said that, but if he'd actually fired the non-stun HE on the GW, then he would have actually got the kill for sure, because the stun wouldn't have affected him, but it certainly would have affected the GW. So it was actually the shell being so close to the enemy that it actually affected him at the same time. There you go. It sometimes happens. So 2 defeats, but both of them very, very, very creditable games. The one on Live Oaks getting the high caliber and the second class, and then the subsequent one on Berlin, which is a difficult map for Arty, and gets the second class counter battery and also 4 kills. So very well done indeed. Now, I do have a couple of replays sent in by Fingernail Clipping, which I'm going to do tomorrow, because again, it's another 2-game replay or 2-game video. So I'll do those tomorrow, but you'll want to watch those ones for sure. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.